Cyberpunk Uncensored.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is GM Capricious Nature, and I'm going to be the game master for today. We are back with session 2 of Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. I'm going to start us out first and foremost with our players introducing themselves as always. So let me get up our usernames first. So Captain Mark, go ahead and introduce yourself. Where can people find you?
Aside from here every week, I'm on the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord, just generally on Discord, Captain Mark 87. Got my own Twitch, Captain Mark 7. It's been inactive for a little while, but I'm going to resurrect it soon, so I'll drop more details probably on here. Captain Mark 87 on Twitter as well.
Awesome. Chuggy?
You can catch me here, or I also stream on Twitch at Chuggy305.
All right, let me get that pasted in. All right. Next up, Donna.
You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, at Doña Trece Cuervo.
Let me get that in. Oh, thank you very much, Outworld Sounds. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're trying to dress up right now, so I agree. I think everybody's looking great right now. Johnny Drop, go for it.
You can find me over on the Discord at Johnny Drop. I just noticing 1P. And also over on Twitch at Sandman3096. And I also do have a SoundCloud at Arxon, where I have some really old music if you'd care to check it out.
Hey, music is always excellent, as you know. We've got our tracks playing and Outworld Sounds I'm a big fan of. So yeah, if you've got music, I'm gonna head on over there myself and check that out.
Oh God, please don't.
What, you don't want to help provide for the wonderful music for our audience to be listening to?
Oh, I would love to.
Excellent. All right, our next up would be Vampire Bites.
Good evening, all. I'm Vampire Bites. You can catch me on Twitch here on my own channel, Vampire Bites, and in all the Discords as Vampire Bites. You can find me on other social media if you look hard enough, but I don't really use them, so I wouldn't bother.
No worries. Still good to have it up. And last but not least, we've got our Violent Neon.
Where does one find themselves? When you can figure that out, please let me know so that I can find myself too. But until then, I think you can find me on Discord at Violent Neon.
All right, perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our wonderful crew here for Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. Now I'm going to be switching over to our PC names. And before we do introductions, I'm going to give a quick heads up to our audience. Right now we are on Cyberpunk Uncensored, and we are playing Session 2 of Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. This is a Nomad-focused campaign. It's going to be centered on our crew as they live and survive and thrive mostly outside of Night City. You can see that we have a map here on the right-hand side of our screen that I'm currently in the middle of working on right now that we'll be using during our stream to show the traveling across the new USA, the California states, possibly even Canada, Mexico, and even down south into places that our wonderful Rob Mulligan has already covered, such as the Dixie. Okay, so this right here is our Nomad group. We've got 6 individuals. We have Devilish, Jack Holmes, T-Bar, Calamity, Remy Johnson, Mad Mags, and Domino. Now, for each of you, can I please have you tell us who you are and what your character looks like? That way our listeners, not just our viewers, our listeners can hear and get a nice mental image. So go ahead. Start off with Domino. We're going to do reverse order.
Hey there, I am Domino. I am a nomad. I try to be the driver for the crew. And right now I am sporting a tank top t-shirt that's been cut off and ripped from a band shirt from way back in the 2020s. And I keep finger protectors on my fingers so that I have a better grip when driving. And I currently have goggles that have a scope sight over one of the eyes so that it can help me zone in on the targets that I'm looking at. You know, I use my cyber eyes to do that. And other than that, I'm dressed in Nomad leathers and struggling to get these dents out of the side of my effing car from last session.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Mad Mags. What does Mad Mags look like?
Mad Mags is the is the medic for this crew. She is not at all dressed like me. So if you're looking at me, I'm still Vampire Bites. But Mad Mags is dressed in your standard biker / nomad leathers, black all the way up and down, graphic t-shirt underneath a black biker jacket. She's got a tech hair mohawk that is fluffed over to make it look more like an undercut, usually done in bright colors, most often in the colors of the bisexual pride flag, but changes it up whenever she feels like it. She's also got the chem skin, which is somewhat triggered to hormonal balance, so that the tones in her skin will shift slightly when she gets angry, more so than in a normal person.
All right, and I saw Cyberpunk Uncensored there. It even mentioned like, oh, they almost didn't recognize Vampire Bites. Yes, we've got a full shave, clean face going on right now, and a nice hat too. So
It's fantastic.
And if you're in chat for the beard.
Still debating if it's actually Vampire Bites.
it could
Synth.
be an imposter. Yeah, synth.
He's a synth. He's a synth.
Replicant.
Synth, get him. All right. Let's.
I don't know what you mean.
What are you talking about? Remy, go ahead and let us know. What does Remy look like?
All right, Remy is the group techie. He still sort of in his innerwear wears a lot of his old streetwear. He has a lot of neon and pastel colors, a lot of yellows, pinks, and blues. His current shirt is sort of a royal purple, but he also has some nomad leathers that he's been bestowed upon by the family. So he is wearing, as if anyone is watching, his sleeveless leather vest, and he also has purely aesthetic fingerless leather gloves because he does not have fleshy hands. He also is wearing his signature mirror shades. I believe that's about it. bright pastel colors, and the outerwear Nomad leathers.
Awesome. And Calamity.
Hello, I'm Calamity. I'm your solo with amnesia. I stand about 5'8", dirty blonde hair. It's just decked out in a military-style jumpsuit that's been bullet-ridden and battle-scarred. I wear a red scarf with dust goggles, two cyber arms. Both my eyes are cybernetic. Both legs are cybernetic. I wear around my waist. I've got a very heavy pistol. It says holstered. Got a sniper rifle slung over my back.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much. And T-Bar. What does T-Bar look like?
All right, T-Bar's a bit of a country boy. He sports a rockin' mullet with an American flag bandana. He wears denim basically from head to toe with some big cowboy boots and pants that are entirely too tight. And his denim jacket is an old, like, American flag kind of red and white and blue jacket that he's had since he was a teenager. So it's kind of faded and old.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, I see you've got your wonderful Patriot headband going on there.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Devilish Jack Holmes.
Jack, like myself, is from good old England. Moved to Night City when he was like 15. He was born in 1980, and this is probably, I think, easily the oldest member of the group. We've, due to the dark future being what it is, one of the rare positives is that people tend to look younger and younger the older and older they are. So as a result, I mean, he's doing the math. He's in his 60s, but Jack appears in his early 50s. Graying hair, long dark hair, much like my own, but more grey, tumbling grey. Plenty of, it's got a dozen different random sort of, there's like a rosary and it's got a bunch of different, just a mishmash of religious symbols to keep people kind of guessing. Currently wearing a very soaked with sweat, baggy white shirt, button up, sort of almost laced shirt, and a crushed red velvet jacket, which happens to be layered with Kevlar because Jack's not stupid. Incredibly tight leather trousers and a belt buckle that has a kind of devil's face on it, which is kind of his signature. Is on all the album covers. Jack is or was a famous musician, not so much in the famous now, and has found himself in the desert much against his will and kind of been swept along for the ride.
All right, perfect. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to fix up something right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our crew. This is our Nomad crew. And as we mentioned with the last episode, is that our crew belongs to the Snake Nation. Now, this is a little bit different than what a lot of our community members and Cyberpunk 2077 players have interacted with before, because most people just know about the Aldecaldos. But what a lot of folks look over is the fact that there's more than just one Nomad Nation out there, and there's more than just one clan. And that's where we find our players, is They live with a clan that is completely separate from what we would normally have encountered when it comes to cyberpunk world. And that's because each of our players is completely focused on freedom. They want freedom from something or somewhere. Many of them are running either from their past or they're running towards their futures, just trying to find something different than only living in Night City. And one of the things that I wanted to mention to our audience, I kind of teased this in our Discord and on Facebook with some of the chats and some of the posts, is that today I'm going to be featuring a couple of different generators that I've been working on for the last few weeks. And we're actually going to be starting out our session with one of those generators. Now, as many of you on Twitch have already seen, we've been dropping social media links and all those different links. I'm going to drop mine now because you guys can find the generator I'm about to use listed on there. Okay, so for me, I am Capricious Nature. I'm the GM. I love nomads. I love being outside of just Night City. I love driving cross country, and I used to do it when I lived in the States. And one of the biggest things that I'm going to be moving towards and focusing on for this campaign, just like the Snake Nation itself, is player choice. So what players choose and decide to do is what direction we're going to be seeing ourselves moving. But there's still, of course, going to be events and issues that take place outside of just their choice. There's also going to be random chance. Now, if you folks take a look at our screen on here, I'm going to be putting up our generator view. And you guys can see on here one of the generators that I've put together. It is called the Badlands Reveals. And on here, you can follow the link for the Perchance generator. I've got all of them listed up. I have several different generators that I've built over the last couple of weeks. We have enemies, we have groups of enemies, buildings, tabbed building generator, and EBM data shard gig generator. And one of my favorite things about the Badlands Reveals isn't just the fact that we get descriptions of buildings or the weather, which was put together actually by our wonderful Rob Mulligan with Cyberpunk Uncensored. We also get scrap that our players might be able to find and use. They can run across goods that they might be able to use, like Eurobucks, video cameras, other gear, equipment, even explosives, weapons, vehicles. But the last one on here is my favorite. One of the things that I've worked towards putting together, it's called the Stroke of. And what we're going to find out is, do our players get a stroke of luck, a stroke of surprise, a stroke of misfortune, or a stroke of horror based on where they are at? So where did we end off? That's where we're going to be starting back up with. Our nomads fought their way across one of the deserted highways and ran into a set of Raff and Shiv who had found out about a weapons shipment that they were tasked with protecting until a collection set could be sent over to pick it up. They arrive at this small reclaimer camp that has a former media living there named Ben Zaitin, as well as Ben Zaitin's partner Rose, and they have kept this big stockpile of Kang Tao weapons stacked up behind their house, and they contacted their contact in the Aldecaldos named Silver. The problem is that Silver's group with the Aldecaldos had just recently sent out 2 nomads with a large truck already. They didn't have anybody to deal with those shipments. That large truck was being piloted by a man named Dreads, who had been gone for the last couple of days, as well as his newbie partner. And they still haven't returned yet. So Silver went out and contacted Snake Nation with one of her former friends there named Bear. And Bear has sent out our group to secure the shipment. They've arrived at this reclaimer camp, And at this reclaimer camp, what they have found is a stack of 5 large weapons crates. And these 5 large weapons crates, 4 of them were locked and closed, but the one on top was unlocked. And Calamity was able to listen very carefully and heard that there was a humming noise coming from the inside of the top unlocked chest. Now that's where we ended off, and what we're going to be starting up with is I'm going to go over to my tab generator here, and we're going to find out, are our players going to be experiencing luck, horror, misfortune, or a stroke of surprise? So ladies and gentlemen, let's see how we start off this session. All right. So we are starting off with a stroke of misfortune. That means that as Calamity walks up and hears this vibrating, there's going to be an unfortunate side effect. So we're going to pick up there. Calamity, Mad Max, you both came over to this weapons shipment. What are you going to do?
Mags is oblivious to anything, so Mags is standing by patiently watching.
Okay, and Calamity, you heard this this humming noise coming from the inside of the box on top. What do? Do you mention this to anybody?
Back at the rest of the crew. We have an unexpected party favor, boys. Might want to back up a bit while I take a look.
All right, and Ben Zayton looks over and just kind of cocks his head. He's like, "What do you mean? What's wrong? I thought we'd collected the boxes. We got them all set. What's wrong?
Did you bother to sweep them?
I'm not a tech. I don't know how to sweep them. I thought you guys sent a tech here.
Something's humming and
Double.
something's humming in here, and it doesn't sound good.
Ben Zayton looks over at the crates like, all right, and he just kind of steps back a little bit. Do you have anybody that can take a look at this?
Mad Mags will back towards the door and call out for Domino. Since, Ben mentioned attack, it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So
This bomb disposal is not exactly my strong suit, so we need someone to come take a look at this with me.
All right, Remy, you go look at the shiny. I'm gonna go wait in the car.
Why would I?
Jack will move himself as far away from that.
She would have called Remy, not Domino. That's the player getting confused.
Apologies. And Jack will remove himself from that situation, or as far away as he physically can get from the scary humming box, and wait by the vehicles.
Since you're here, do you want to grab that hammer that Remy just set down and help me knock out these dents?
How about you do that?
Well, I'm going to,
And I'll
but it
give
would
you
go quicker.
pointers.
Please take the hammer and help. That would be kindly of you. I appreciate the shots that you were able to give, but yeah, help me with these dents, because otherwise, we want to make sure the vehicle works. Thank you.
Give Remy a call.
Oh, all right now. Jack, hold my hammer for me. You don't gotta use it or nothing, but I'm gonna go take a look at this.
Right now, I've got 2 hammers, and fine.
I'll take one of them.
All right, so yeah, I'll go. Remy's gonna walk on over to this humming box and sort of whip out his arm will a sort of scanner will pop out of his right arm and scan the box to try and deduce what's going on up in there.
I'm gonna follow him in and just kind of stick in the back to see if he needs a hand or anything.
all right, sounds good. All right. So what I'm going to need you to do right now, I'm actually going to pull up a skills sheet really quick. Skills list. There we go. Tech. So if I could get you to roll for a security tech, electronic security tech. All right, 14. Not too bad. So you walk over, you start scanning this with your tech scanner, and immediately this tech scanner just kind of goes beep 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 beep, and you're able to recognize that this humming box on top is sending out an active signal.
All right. Well, I think someone might have a beat on us, or at least the box itself.
Benzight looks over. Like, what do you mean a bead?
Oh, how I'll put this. As it stands, if we proceed as agreed upon, we might be caught like fish in a barrel.
Goods are being tracked, my friend.
Well, I'm not too surprised. It's a corporate weapons shipment, but the actual team that was driving through that was trying to transport this stuff, they got wrecked by the RAF and Shiv. We were able to get this weapons shipment, so they're not here. They're dead.
They are, but the technology is not.
It's a screaming bait all over it.
Fish in the barrel. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Can you disable the tracker?
Only one way to find out, baby.
Or
How long have you had this shipment?
We've had it here for probably about like maybe 4 or 5 hours. Oh shit! Do you mean like is Kang Tao gonna be coming here?
I'm heading outside to pull over watch.
should we take the tracker? Maybe try to get him away from here, like so that the rest of the gang can grab this stuff. Maybe we should take the tracker away from here. They'll follow us, and
Yeah, if they're tracking this, we can't have this staying here. The people that live here were not combat ready. That's why I left the city, was to get away from combat. So yeah, if are you able to get it stopped? Are you able to get it out of here? What are you guys able to do? Because your collection team isn't here yet.
Why don't you let me see what I can do?
All right, and
And if
Zeidan
not,
backs
Well,
up.
if not, we can take the shipment and run like hell, try and distract them.
we might want to do that before we disable it, because if this is the last known location that they had on the device, they're going to come here if we disable it and then go.
right.
So we might want to lead them away from here first and then try to disable it.
I suppose that's prudent.
All right, then how are we going to do that? I mean, it's not too heavy. The box is one box by itself is probably only 100 pounds, but how are we going to get that out of here?
Well, we have a vehicle, and we have myself. And last time I checked, we had a driver.
All
Am
right.
I correct?
Yeah, yeah. I'll go see if somebody can give us a hand really quick. I'll be right back. And Ben Zeidan kind of runs away from the house back towards the main part of this little reclaimer camp there. And it's those of you that are there. I believe we'd mentioned that T-Bar, Remy, Calamity are there. Devilish, Jack Holmes, and Domino are over by the car. And Mad Mags, I'm not sure where you had gone, if you had gone to the car, or if you were waiting
Somewhere
outside.
between the two. like going towards calling for Remy at the beginning, but still somewhat close to the barn where the stacks are held.
Okay.
So I can relay information in either direction easily.
Sounds good.
I stepped out to take a look around. Sweep the perimeter, see if there's any inbounds.
Hey, Mags, why is that old guy running away from the barn?
Because Kang Tao's probably on their way here.
You just
Oh.
hear shouted back, "I'm not old!" as Benziton's running away.
Where's the highest
You already
point that I can see from where we are? Just in the immediate area, like a piece of high ground that I can climb to.
Yeah, so the area that you're at, you're pretty much in a reclaimer's camp that is on a little bit of an elevated plateau kind of area. And surrounding it is mostly just empty space. This is the Badlands, the wasteland of California. So it's borderline desert with some mountains in the far distance off to the east.
Walk back over to the car. I have a carry-all that I've stuck everything in, and root through, pull out a pair of, I think I've got,
Binoculars?
no, apologies, it's my mistake. But what I am going to do is just climb up to the highest point I can get to without requiring, nothing that's too difficult to climb up. I'm not going to exert myself that much, just to get to see incoming shapes on the horizon. I'm looking for like vehicle shapes, dust being kicked up by incoming vehicles, possibly, or in the skies as well. If there's any incoming sort of airborne.
All right, go ahead
So-
and give me a perception check.
We do have 2+2s in chat as well
Yes.
so far.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of those. I've got our rewards request queue all set up. So we've got one from Rook and one from Obsolete Enigma. So go ahead and roll your perception, and we will add 2.
Lovely. Oh, nice. No, yeah, 13 altogether.
How do we know King Tao's on the way?
Homing tracer in one of the crates that was opened.
Oh. Can we take the tracer out? Like, leave it on and I'll drive it away?
We were thinking of driving the whole crate away and then disabling it, but that sounds like just as good of an idea. Hey, Remy. 2 questions.
Hit me with
1,
it.
can you see if the other crates have tracers as well without opening them and triggering them? And 2, can we take the tracer off intact and just fly the tracer away or drive the tracer away?
I'll certainly see what I can do.
Because if we have 2 and we send just the tracers off in different directions, it'll buy time for the pickup crew to get here.
I would
Right.
say that if we do have 2 and we're able to send them in different directions, T-Bar, if you can take one up in your chopper, but fly low enough so that it looks like it's still on the ground, because I think if it goes too elevated, they'll know something's up.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me. I can fly anywhere.
Good deal.
All right, so yeah, Benziton comes back about a minute or 2 later. He's coming over with a couple of pretty big guys, as well as some ropes and some stuff to lash the box to whatever kind of vehicle you guys want to lash it onto. And Remy, you see this box in front of you. You see this very large weapons crate, and you have your choice. What do you want to try to do with it?
I think I would just like to try and remove the tracer from it.
Okay. Go
Wait,
ahead
deduct it.
and roll me another cybertech check. Or sorry, not cybertech, electronic security.
18.
All right, yeah, you're able to get this box open. You see inside of there that the box itself is filled mostly with documents and papers, and you're not really sure what those items are because you're focusing more on this tracer, and you find it in the bottom underneath a little false bottomed area, and it's got a blinking light on the top, and you can see that it is putting an outgoing signal. It's not receiving anything back that you can tell, but you're able to kind of pull this thing out, and it's about the size of a glasses case. It's about the size of this, and you've got this in your hand. It's got its own battery pack. It's got a light. It's got an antenna on it, and it's blinking and quietly humming in your hand.
All right, now here's the culprit. Ain't nothing but a little thing. So, two options. I can turn this off right now, or we can send it off into oblivion.
Vote we send it off and lead them off the trail, and that way our shipment can get the crew and get it out.
My man.
And we're sure there's none in the other boxes?
I gotta be honest with you, I haven't taken a look yet, but this is the one that stood out to me. So this is the immediate issue. But I can take a look for other ones, of course.
Now, I could drive it away, or Chuggy, you could fly it, or T-Bar, you could fly it away, but that would go quicker. We get it away faster, but I'm worried that they may realize that it's not on a ground vehicle anymore, and they may break out some homing rockets or something, and I don't want you to get shot down. Whereas if they see that it's in a vehicle, maybe they'll be more prone to send a team to take it out that we can handle.
Yeah, and my chopper's still looking pretty good. Your car's all screwed up, so if it gets blown up, it's not really that big a loss.
Oh, I see some dents on your. Don't be going there. You know what? Tell you what. Why don't you take it in your chopper? That way, since I have some repairs to do.
I mean, if you're scared, I ain't scared of no Keg Tao people.
Give it to me.
Ben Zayton.
No, I don't want to blow up your pretty car. I mean, I'll take it.
Ben
Now,
Zayton's
now, hold
actually
on.
Ben Zayton's there, and he's back, and he actually looks over at you and says, "You're not freaked out by King Tao."
No.
And Ben Zayton just kind of shakes his head, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not sure if Monarch would agree, but all right. Yeah, if you want to take this in your chopper, you can take it in the chopper. If you guys want to take all of the boxes right now or just one, it's up to you. But I've got folks here that can help you lash stuff down. I don't know if you want to wait for the extraction group or not.
Well, I've got possibly a third option. If y'all have maybe some sort of junker laying around here, let's say we strap it to the junker, put a brick on the gas pedal, and just let it go.
That'd work too.
Ain't gotta put nobody at risk.
Oh, and Ben, just so that you understand why he's not afraid of the King Tao. If you heard, we call him T-Bar because that boy ain't right.
So, what do you guys want to do? What is the avenue that our group here is going to take?
Domino will step outside and see if he can see a junker that they could get jury rigged to drive this off. That way, nobody's at risk, and it's at least still driving away.
I don't know. All those are good choices, but I know we got to pick one of them soon because we didn't got that much time before they get here.
And that is assuming there's only the one tracker.
I don't see. There's not a single. But this is why they're hiring nomads to pick this up because they don't have any cars that could take even anything out of here. So yeah, unless I'm blind, I'm not seeing anything. So I'll drive this out.
Yeah, you search around in the camp a little bit, trying to find anything that might be running, but the only kind of engine that you find is a power generator. It looks like it's former military use. It's really banged up, but it's humming away. There's no vehicles in the area. Nobody there has any except for yourself and T-Bar.
That's right. And T-Bar, that way, this is better if I'm driving, you can be my Overwatch just like before.
No problem. I got you.
There we go.
All right,
Back
so...
in.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, Trooms, shall we load it up?
Well, I'm gonna walk back in and ask Remy. Have we swept all the cases?
Only the one.
It won't do us any good if we go off and get rid of ones that we found, and there's still tracers in the rest of the in the rest of the cases.
And might I say, your intuition is impeccable. Let me take a look.
All right, so you're going to take a look at the other boxes. So you take off that top crate, and you can feel that it's pretty heavy. One of those folks comes over and helps you pull it off. Plop it down on the ground. It's filled mostly with documents, as I mentioned before. But the other ones, these are locked, and they seem to have some kind of encryption on their actual locking mechanisms. Go ahead and roll me another cybersecurity tech check. See
How
if you're
sturdy
able...
do they look?
Right, and that comes with our second roll of +2s. This one's coming from Obsolete Enigma, so thank you, Obsolete. And you got a 22 on that. And you can see from this one that you're able to crack this code on this case, and after just about a minute or two, you're able to get through all of the little codes, and you hear a as the top pops open a little bit, and it seems to be releasing a kind of oxygen seal. What are you going to do? You're going to open it up?
Yeah, why not?
All right. So you open it up, and inside of it, you see 3 different weapons. Each of them is set into this very exquisitely cut foam. All of them look extremely state-of-the-art. You find an excellent quality Kang Tao sniper rifle. You find an excellent quality Kang Tao SMG, and an excellent quality Kang Tao shotgun. Each of them fully equipped with smart ammunition and smart trackers. And this box itself, you see all of this foam and stuff. You see these 3 weapons, but you don't see anything else immediately. Do you check the other boxes? Do you want to check further into the shipment itself?
Well, hot damn! We ain't find no tracker, but we might have found the Holy Grail.
Pretty, but we need to stay on task.
You're right.
It's being split between the Aldecaldos and our families, so it's not for us to mess with.
Oh, I know. I'm just
I'd love that sniper
not
rifle,
excited
but
is all.
I'd rather not get killed.
Oh yeah, we got enough gunning for us already. Well, this was cool.
From the
Let me
roof.
just get that tracker out of here.
From the roof, Jack will shout down. The top come off, but you can't quite see what's in the shipment.
How many more cases are there?
There's 3 other cases.
That's right. Cool. What guns, money, organs, booze, drugs, maybe.
The job is what's in the cases.
Time's down.
Enticing as it may be, this is what we are tasked with delivering. And I would be remiss if I did not continue to check the other cases.
Okay.
Lest this job be sabotage.
All right. So do you want to check the other cases, or do you want to check further into this case? You don't see anything immediately, so it's your call.
I think I'll just check another case.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another cybersecurity. You're just rolling up on the cybersecurity today.
And
And
don't
you've got
forget
a
that if you're using your tech scanner tool from your arm,
It
it's
is a plus two,
also.
yeah.
yeah. I'm already incorporating that in the back of my head right now. You also have another +2 from my girlfriend, who is thoroughly impressed by this King Tao shipment. So you've got a 20. You're able to open up the next box, and same thing. You hear this as the top pops open. The oxygen seal breaks. Do you open up the top?
Yes.
All right, so you open up the top. Give me 1 second. I'm actually using the generators right now to help us get in all
Oh,
of
that's
these.
terrifying.
Well, no, to help us get in all of these wonderful shipments. So you open up the second one, and in there you see a couple of different weapons again. You see another King Tao excellent quality heavy pistol, and you find a King Tao excellent quality medium pistol, and then you actually find something very interesting. You see what looks to be a surface to air rocket launcher that is also excellent quality.
King Tao shows up in AVs. We might need that.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
drooling over that right now.
Lord, the devil has tempted me today.
Explosions I could cause
We
with
don't
that.
keep it. We just borrow it short term to protect it. That's all.
Now you're on my page, man, Megs.
Again, is there a tracker in it? We got to
I was-
focus.
That was fun. Oh God, it's so hard to get. Oh,
I know.
it's
I
so
know,
exciting.
I know.
You're right. You're
I
right.
know.
You're right. You're right.
Trackers. Because we're
Trackers,
on the time
trackers,
limit. We
trackers.
still have this one right now. So they're still coming. So we got to get through.
Y'all are
this.
still here? Get out of here with that tracker.
Oh,
All right. Who's riding with me as shotgun?
I think we should wait. We should gather all the trackers, not onesie twosie type.
Touche. But we got to be quick about it. Let's keep going then.
But look here now. All right. So I'm seeing a pattern here. The case with the tracker in it wasn't locked up too tight. Oh, I've opened up 2 other cases, and they call it confirmation bias or what have you. But the ones that were harder to open, they actually had useful stuff and no trackers, as far as I can see.
you sure don't want to look underneath though,
Matt
just to
was
make
gonna
sure.
go look through the documents and paperwork that were in the tracker case.
All right,
While
so
they're
hold on one
discussing
second.
everything.
We're actually going to go through this step by step because I got a lot of folks doing input right now. What is Jack doing? Is he still trying to ogle this shipment? Is he still trying to keep his eye on the horizon?
He, it'd gone back to keeping an eye on the horizon, I think.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
We are out of +2s. All right, so an 11. You don't see anything dust-wise coming up. You're looking around, and you're mostly focusing out on the Badlands itself. You don't really see much movement, or at least nothing coming towards all of you right now. Go ahead and give me a one more perception check. This will be for your hearing. What do you hear? Okay, so as you are listening intently, you don't see much, but you can hear on the wind itself, you can hear what seem to be either the sounds of a low droning noise or what could be possibly interpreted as an issue maybe with the generator. It sounds like it might be some kind of motor engine, but you're not sure where it's coming from. It seems to be coming in very quietly on the wind.
Did anybody order a pizza?
No, why?
Outside.
Something on the wind.
Sweep the rest of the cases. I'm headed outside.
I'm gonna click in my amplified hearing and make a perception myself.
All right. Epilonicious, oh crap, cyber bees. I really hope not cyber bees. That would be terrifying.
What did I get? The wrong window open.
All right, an 18. You can hear pretty similar sound. It sounds
Would be a
like... Oh,
20.
what's up?
It didn't add in the +2
Okay.
for the amplified hearing.
So
It didn't add it.
you hear similar sound. You got the same dB range, so it's all good. You hear similar sound, and that sound is kind of like an off engine. Something seems wrong with an engine. It sounds like there's an odd humming. You're not sure where it's coming from, though. It's coming on the actual air itself. You're not sure if it's from the generator here at the reclaimer camp. You're not sure if it's from somewhere further away. Okay, and T-Bar, what are you doing with all of this? Are you grabbing anything? Are you getting anything set up?
I'm gonna get the chopper ready to go.
Okay. All right, so you get your helicopter ready to go. Calamity, are you going to be joining Domino or T-Bar? Are you going to stick with Remy while he's checking out the cases? What are you doing?
I exited the building and I was headed over to where Jack is.
All right, so you're heading over to Jack. Okay. And Remy, you are continuing with the boxes, yes?
Yeah, I think Remy is actually going to start taking a more careful look at the 2 boxes that he has opened.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a basic tech check, because you're trying to take apart the top of this box. You're trying to get underneath the foam and the weapons that are there. Okay, so is that your basic tech?
Yep.
All right. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses right now. They're a little too reflective for my screen. So you're able to... Oh, what's up?
Yeah, 18 plus 220.
Okay. You're able to get underneath this foam, and you're able to find out that on the bottom of this case, you see what looks like a set of circuitry and what are those called? Goodness gracious. It looks kind of like motherboard, a very large motherboard that's extending the entire length of this one weapons case. This is underneath the first one that you had unlocked. And it does not look familiar. It doesn't look like the tracker, but it doesn't look like it belongs inside of a metal weapons case.
All right, folks, got something a little strange here. Can't make heads or tails of it. Something's fishy here. Take a look at this.
I'm not sure if anybody's still in the building with you anymore.
Oh no.
Everybody seems to have walked away at this point. You're alone in there.
Mags is trying to stay close to the middle of everyone to be able to holler back and forth and
Domino's
hear
still there,
what anybody has to say.
Domino's still there, impatiently waiting to be able to grab the tracker and go, or if there's multiple, then grab all of them. So.
Yeah, so Mags, do you head over to Remy when he says, come take a look at this?
I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
You want basic?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me basic tech. Actually, no. I need you to roll me cyber tech, please. My bad.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That one was the wrong one then.
You're fine.
Nice.
Cyber tech is better.
Yeah, but you got a critical success on that one. Oh, all good. 21. You come over and you actually recognize what Remy is looking at right now. This is something that Remy isn't completely in the know about, but you find out that what's there is the base processor for an internal cyber frame. Or sorry, an internal... what are those called again? Not cyber frame.
Sigma.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the frames. You're not sure which one, but it's one of the frames. This is the motherboard area that actually would go underneath the skin of the back, that would be built into your spinal column and would connect to the external sections of it. And you recognize this as a piece of that, but it looks like it's modified.
It's just more shipment. We're good. Keep looking.
Oh, puts my heart at ease. Let's get back to it then.
Remy, go ahead and give me one more tech check, and then we're going to move on for Domino.
Basic tech?
Basic tech, yep. All right, 19. You're able to get the foam up
Plus
and
two.
+2. Okay, yep, with your tool. Wow. You're able to get all of this up, and underneath it, you're able to find another tracker. And inside this one, it is not giving off humming. It does not have a light that's flashing. It just looks like a long black box that is literally hardwired into the case itself.
Oh, we struck gold, baby! We struck gold. We got more trackers.
Great. Then let's get them all loaded into my car and let's go.
Well, the point I think was to get them, split them up and go two ways.
True. All right. Yeah. If we have more trackers, but
Well, no, hold on.
We got even that on.
Try that again,
As
Domino.
far as I,
Is that one even on?
Remy, go ahead.
is it on?
Go
Could
ahead
I
and roll
tell?
cyber security.
Electronic security?
Or sorry, electronic security, yeah. All right, 16.
18.
18, yeah. You're not entirely sure if it's on or not, but you can see that it is taking in power. So there's something that is being powered inside of it. That's why it's connected to this the case itself. Because the case is a cyber case, it is powered. So it's drawing electricity for something.
All right. Well, I don't know if it's transmitting or not, but I do know it's taking power, and that I can pretty safely assume there's going to be something similar in the other boxes. So I don't know if splitting it up into two distractions is going to be enough.
I don't know if we'll even be able to, considering we needed the shipments to come pick up these boxes, because I won't fit them in my car and we won't fit them in the chopper. So I think the best case is to take this one and take a small crew in the car. I'll drive, because we should leave some people here for security for the shipment until the actual cargo comes. So I'd say we leave 2, 3 here, not Jack, because don't trust him, and everybody else comes with me to help keep me and my car alive on making sure we get this to a point where they're not tracking it. Good?
Yeah, and I might hang back here and see what I can't do about shutting these ones off.
Perfect. So why don't you...
Jack's got a good shot, so he'll make a good gunner for the road. And
But hold on. How about I decide where I go? Because I'm a big boy, right?
No, you're not, because you're on trial status with the Nomad clan, and per the instructions of your big friend that's in charge of the clan, you're going with us at our dictation. So yeah, you'll be riding with me and you'll be my back gunner, and so I appreciate you for falling in line.
I'll tell you what, I'll do that, and you can carry on believing it's because it's what you want.
Good deal.
Get along.
So I think, Calamity, would you be willing to stay with Remy and be support for him?
Problem.
And T-Bar, do you want to fly Overwatch for me? And Mags and Jack, let's go. Let's get out of here.
I mean, I can fly Overwatch, but without somebody in the side seat, I can't really do much.
yeah,
But you can let us know if people are following and help. You can keep an eye in the sky and let me know a better path to maybe get clear of terrain, but put obstacles in their way.
All right, no problem.
Oh, break and head to the car. Oh, grab the tracker and head to the car.
All
Get
right,
killed,
so
Dino.
you've grabbed the smaller tracker. Did you grab the bigger case that has the tracker installed into it?
Negative, because again, well, if it'll fit in my car, then sure.
Yeah, your car. If you check out on the vehicles of red, this would be considered pretty much just a regular car itself.
Yeah.
And for a regular car, a ground sedan, cargo and storage space, you can fit up to 200 kilograms or 400 pounds extra.
Okay.
So it should be fine.
Cool. And plus it's shaggin' wagon, so it'll fit in the trunk of it.
So if you are taking one of these trackers, should I take the smaller one that's been removed, or you want them
Yes.
both? All right.
You know what? Yeah. Why don't you take the smaller one and you go in a different direction, and I'll take the larger one and go opposite. And I'd say, since you're faster, fly it out, but don't go too far. Don't let them get any homing missiles on you, and toss it out your window about maybe half a click away, and then circle back.
Sounds good.
Now, Remy, what are you doing while they are figuring this out?
I think Remy's tinkering around with at least the one sort of even more hidden tracker that he just found, and seeing if he can't sort of shut it off
All right.
or disable it in some way.
Not sure you're really gonna like my request for this roll, and I'm very sorry. Go ahead and roll me demolitions. 20. You are able to get this this tracker cut off from the power source, and you are able to pull out the smaller red wire. And as you pull it out, you see that it is an ignition cap. Inside of this tracker was actually a set of C6, and it was ready to detonate. And you see that on the inside, it has a tracker in there. Inside this this little black box, the tracker itself is flashing, that you can see now from the inside. And right next to it is a chunk of C6.
All right, now everyone, hold the phone. Oh lordy. Shit is about 3 clicks away from hitting the goddamn fan. We need to take a breath here. There's a lot of explosives up in these cases, as I have just come to realize.
Oh, then yeah, I don't want to put that in my car. Can you separate the tracker from the explosives?
I can try, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I got a little stroke of luck right there.
I don't know. Time is of the essence. Remember, they heard something. I want to go outside and kind of try to take a look to see if I see anything. Like,
I'm just saying, if you go and take one of these trackers and hold up the tracker we've identified, if you want to take one of these trackers into one of your vehicles, it might not be such a great experience.
Hold on.
oh, the trackers all have bombs on them.
How big are the cases? Volume-wise?
The case it's a pretty large case. Each one of them weighs about 200 pounds ish, filled. And inside of them, so they're probably about maybe 4 to 5 feet long, about 3 feet deep, 3 feet wide.
To the case.
Why don't we get all of the stuff out of the other cases? Put it in this one that we now know is bomb-free. And perhaps leave this one behind as a present for our Cangtail friends. Can you...
We still want to get it away from here to help the reclaimers, because we don't want to blow them up either. But yeah, I like your idea of putting the boxes, like putting a crate, like emptying the crates, putting them in one box, and I'll be willing to drive it away, and then we can leave it as a present. Yeah, I like that idea.
All right, I like it.
And T-Bar, you were asking a question just a little bit earlier. Hold on 1 second, Jack. T-Bar, roll me a perception check. You don't really seem to hear that humming noise anymore. That quiet humming noise that was coming on the wind, you don't really seem to hear it.
I don't hear nothing. I don't like this.
Well,
Jack?
that means they've given up or they're already here. Remy, can you rig some sort of timer on that thingy you just diffused?
I don't know. I can see what I might be able to do about it, but this might be out of the realm of my expertise. But yeah, I can see what I can do.
Right. Just
I'd say everyone take many steps back if that's the route we're about to take.
All right, and if you actually check in the vehicles of red, for the vehicles of red, I've actually included a set of explosives that have been added, including demolitions DVs. So on there, we have an explosives C6, and to set it up for detonating with either a tripwire, a timer, or a remote, the DV is a demolitions 14. So go ahead and roll a demolitions check, and you need to exceed a 14. All right, you are able to plug in. The ignition cap back into it. You're able to get it completely removed from the inside of the box, and you now have. This one is a little bit bigger than the other one. This one's about this large, and you have in your hands literally a brick of now armed C6 with one of the trackers that is still beeping inside of it.
All right now. All right. No sudden movements. No sudden sounds. Stroke of luck. All right. We got it. That was the plan.
Let's get the rest of them out if we're assuming that the other crates have them in it too.
Let's get them loaded into the one with all the paperwork that we don't need.
Are we sure we don't need it? Probably not.
Well, we can take the paperwork out.
I'll take care of carefully loading the C6 into the paperwork crate and be checking the paperwork as I'm doing it to see if anything looks like it is important enough to save. I'll stuff it in my pockets. But yeah,
Sure.
I like the plan of putting all the C6 into the paper.
All right, so Remy, go ahead and roll me 2 cybersecurity checks for the other 2 cases. I should have asked you to do it one by one. That is my apologies.
My bad.
The top one that you are attempting to unlock, it beeps at you, and you can see that the display is now red. You see that the display is red, and it is flashing, and it is slowly beginning to flash faster. What are you going to do?
Everybody, back the fuck up. And I'm gonna back the fuck up.
Okay. Do me a favor really quick, because you do seem to have a little bit of knowledge about explosives. Go ahead and give me a demolitions check to try and take a guess as to how far away you need to get. All right, a 14. You're not exactly sure how far away you need to get, because you're like, I'm not sure. Maybe it's C6 in here, maybe it's something else. I don't know, but you see this flashing getting faster and faster and faster. And so you run?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Run.
Okay.
I have like a 7 body and a cyber arm. Is it possible that I could grab one of the chests while I'm running and carry it? Like 100 pounds doesn't seem like it'd be that hard for me to carry. I'm pretty strong and have a cyber arm.
The documents one was 100 pounds because it was just full of paperwork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other ones are about anywhere between 200 to 300 pounds each filled.
Domino grabs the really, really nice SMG and the really nice heavy pistol and bolts.
All right, go ahead and roll me reflexes. Let's see if you can get all of that done in one go. And T-Bar, go ahead and give me a body check. Because I am a big proponent of what was once taught to me by my first Cyberpunk GM. That was that was Noah. And Noah was a big proponent of the rule of cool. If it's cool, let the players roll for it. If they can roll for it, they can try. So
Athletics.
athletics, yep.
I guess if I was picking a case, I'd try to get the one with the rocket launcher just because I think we're going to need it to defend ourselves.
All right, so T-Bar, you try to grab at this case. You're able to pick it up, but you are dragging it very slowly away. You're not able to get it fully up in your arms because it is very heavy. The one you went for, as you said, was the one with the rocket launcher in it, and it's about 300 pounds. You still got a decent score, though,
Which
so you're
one
able
has
to pick
had
it
the
up and pull.
C6 removed?
Oh, yeah, I'll
Which-
pull it. I think we're going to need that rocket launcher, so I'm going to try my best.
Is that the same one that's got the sniper rifle in it?
Yeah, the first box. And Domino, you are unable to grab both of those weapons. As you are going for them, you see that that D-pad lighting up, and it goes to solid red as you are going through the shipment. And then you just hear, and the top of the container opens up. And the same sound from earlier, that humming noise, comes out of this box.
Only the open ones are getting tracked.
That's entirely possible. But Domino, you're standing there, you're trying to collect up these weapons, and you hear it open up, and you hear that coming from the inside of the chest.
If I fail, then I reach in to grab anything and run.
All right, you just run away. So you've got one of the weapons. Let's say that you grab a pistol, and you run.
Okay.
That case opens up. Remy, you ran away from the building, but you see it pop open, and you're able to hear that humming noise coming from it. It didn't seem to explode. T-Bar, you're dragging this away. You're almost out of the building, and you also see it open up. And your assumption might be correct. Your guess could be on point. So, Remy, what are you going to be doing?
Oh, Remy is just still running.
All right. So you pay it no mind. You pay it no heed. You're just running. Domino, you also
Yeah, he
just ran.
didn't take a second to look back. He's running. He's even screaming a little bit. I fucked up.
All right. And
If it starts not feeling warm on his back, Domino might turn around, but
yeah, the it does not explode. The house remains there. T-Bar, Remy, Domino, you're out of the building. The house does not explode. You heard that clicking and that whooshing noise. You hear a quiet humming.
Since I'm dragging the box, am I like far behind them, or?
You're just outside of the building at this point. The rest of them have completely exited the building. You are just outside of the door. Well, thank you, Rook.
Can I yell
Appreciate
bang
it.
really loud to see if I could get the two of them to jump while they're running away?
That's fine. Yeah, you yell bang, and Remy, Domino, the two of you hear this loud bang coming from behind you.
but it has a T-bar accent.
It has a T-Bar accent.
Stop running, turn around. All right, so, hey Remy, maybe that one didn't have a bomb and it's just angry and now it's triggered. So let's go check.
Oh, I didn't kill everybody.
No, we're still here.
Oh, thank Lord! Thank the Lord! Oh,
Let's get back to the planet hand. I know we're risking a lot doing it, but I'd rather roll the dice and let's get this shit done so that we can get the F out of here with the bomb and trackers and set a present for Kang Tao. Either that or we take the one that you know what? We'll still be splitting them. I say we load and split it, and maybe we split their forces too. Because I don't want to push this any further. Because again, we need to save as much as we can of these reclaimer outcrops. So
Yeah.
right.
I think we stick with the plan of putting all the C4 laced trackers into the documents case, driving
Yep.
out of town with that, and having the loose tracker go in the chopper.
Yep. let's get back to it and get this knocked out.
All right.
We'll see which one they actually care about more. They'll probably just focus on the weapons.
Having watched him actually do it, is there any way that we could help him to speed it up, or?
Well,
so-
he already rolled, and so I'm gonna stick with that roll that he had given us earlier, for his electronic security tech, because I wanna move that along a little bit. And he had a 15. He has the +2, so it's a 17. He's able to get the fourth one open. He's able to go through it, and he's able to find another one of those larger black boxes that also has the C6 in it. So Remy, I need you to roll me a demolitions check.
Well, it's gonna run out here sooner or later.
You have the +2 as well. So we've got 17, 18,
But
19.
not today.
Not today. So we got a 19. You're able to defuse this one again and give me one more if you want to reactivate it now that it's out of the box. Remember, this is the DV14. All right, you're pretty sure that you've got the C6 set up. But in reality, you are unable to get the detonator fully in there. You're not sure that has happened, though, but it is not activated.
But with it being surrounded by the other C6, when that explodes, sure.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, I'd say let's throw it in and go.
The way C6 works, though. But
No, it's not.
No, it doesn't know that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Remy thinks it's working. It's good. Let's pack it up and go.
So it's all looking good here. Everything's up and running, boys. Let's go.
Good deal. Let's get that in my car.
All right. So
we checked all the cases
Yeah.
and gotten all the possible trackers.
Yeah, so what you all have done over the course of it probably takes about maybe 20 minutes. Remy's able to get all of the cases open. All of you are able to extract the firearms and put them into a separate cases. You're able to put all of the trackers, except for the one that was the glasses case sized. You're able to give that to T-Bar, and the rest were loaded up into the documents, the documents case. And Mad Mags, what I'd like you to do, because you said you were looking through these as you were.
Yeah, I just rolled an education.
Actually, what I'd like you to roll, not education, roll me a business.
Dang it. All right.
That's even better. You got a 17 over a 16. Come on, that's an improvement.
Nice. Oh, I saw the physical dice, and I thought it landed on a 1, not a 9.
Ah, gotcha.
I wasn't even looking at the results yet.
Yeah, you're able to check these out as you're kind of going through it, and what you're seeing is that some of these papers are like business invoices for like the price of the weapons, as well as the stock of the weapons. And one of them, you actually see on there, you've never recognized anything with a similar name on it. But what you see on there is that the name for it, give me 1 second. The name under it says Gauss, Gauss Proto. And this one is one of the largest prices on there. The price for this one specifically is almost 20,000 eddies just for that one weapon.
I'll tuck that paper into my pocket.
Okay. And the rest of it, you're not really sure. It's just accounting papers, shipment documents, and all that.
Yeah.
Jazz.
I didn't expect to find anything, but I thought just in case, as I'm placing in the C6, we'd check it.
Yeah. And at the end of all of this, at the end of the half hour, Mad Mags has checked this. You guys have loaded up the C6, the trackers. T-Bar has one of them, and the rest are in the now untracked, unbombed cases. Ben Zeiton looks over at you guys and says, all right, I've been keeping an eye out as well. I don't see anybody coming in this way, but I also don't see your extraction team. So what's going to happen with the guns?
Can we fit all of this in my car and the chopper?
So your car does not have the ability to haul that much weight, neither does the gyrocopter.
But if we split it, like between the two, there's not enough space.
So under, hold on one second, I'm pulling this back up. For your vehicle, your cargo space is 200 kilograms, about 400 pounds. The gyrocopter, let's pull that one up. The gyrocopter can carry about, oh, that one can actually carry more. Yeah, if you split it between the two, you'd be able to carry them. You'd have to lash them onto the bottom of the gyrocopter, though.
Let's do it. I'm tired of waiting, and it'll be better to try to get this on the road, and we can drop the trackers halfway out of here, and that way the reclaimers don't have to deal with anything either.
And Jack, give me one more perception check.
Should I just try to fly this back to camp?
I would say, yeah, beeline it to camp and drop the tracker halfway between.
Well, then maybe I should have a gunner then.
Yeah,
Jack, you get
since we're
dirt in
not-
your eye. As you're trying to look, you get dust and dirt in your eye. Can't see very well.
From the
sorry.
helicopter kicking off.
If we're taking everything with us, then nobody needs to stay behind. So Calamity can ride with you again.
You need to unmute Calamity.
Can I try and use the comms to contact either base
Transport
or
convoy.
the convoy?
For the comm systems, comms have a range of 1 mile, but you could probably try and call somebody with your agent. Probably
Yep,
without issue.
I'll ring up the
Bear.
Bear.
on the agent.
Okay. Yeah, you ring up Bear. He was the one that had sent everybody out. And Bear picks up and he's like, oh, hey, Mags, is everything okay? I wasn't expecting a call in from you.
Pickup team never showed up. There's C6 and trackers loaded in all the cases. We're attempting a diversion and getting away from the reclaimers.
All right, yeah, whatever you do, just make sure that nobody follows you back to camp. I'm not too worried about anything else. If we can't get those guns, we can't get those guns. If Kang Tao hits the Reclaimers camp, they hit the Reclaimers camp. But just make sure that they don't track back here. We're already on the move right now. We're setting up at a new location because we don't want to get tracked. So if Kang Tao finds us, that's
Right.
not going to be good.
All right.
I'll try to get in contact with the the pickup team, and I'll get back to you.
All right.
And he
All
hangs
right,
up the phone.
guys. Fact of the matter is, family over job, and I think we stick to the plan currently, but don't beeline back to camp. Take a long, wrong path before you drop that tracker.
Makes sense.
Calamity, go ahead and roll me a strategy check.
Tactics, or is there
Tactics,
strategy
yeah,
separate?
tactics.
Under education skills.
Got it.
Oh my goodness, critical success at a 1. Awesome. Calamity, you realize in the back of your mind that this had been collected from a hit site where the King Tao had been attacked. And you realize that maybe you could send it back to that same site, or you could try and drop this off where those Raph and Shiv were that you guys had already run into on your way here. Both of those pop into your mind as possible helpful strategies.
And Shiv.
While go delving back into my bag of goodies, I'm going to pull out. I've got a radio scanner, and because the collection team didn't turn up, so I don't have a scrambler descrambler, but I'm just taking a chance here to see if I can pick up any radio band within a mile that might be coming from the collection team. Hoping to God I don't hear an SOS, obviously, but that's what I'm thinking.
So radio, scanner, music player. On here, there is not a single mile range. The radio communications is the one that has the single mile range. And so on our Badlands reveals, let's find out what is the outcome. You are able to pick up an active signal coming from the team, and it does not seem to be too far away. The radio scanner doesn't allow you to transmit to any to any of them, but it does pick up an incoming signal from that team.
Well, it looks like our boys were just late. I don't know. You wanted to factor into your plans? It seems a bit silly to just have him turn up and do nothing.
Well, I mean, we've done all the work already, so...
Story of my bloody life.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you what.
Let's try and meet up with them, give them the real shipment, and we'll make the distraction with the decoys over to back to the hit site or to the shiv.
Oh, let's take out those shiv. They deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Let's give them the bombs and take the solo tracker. Yeah, let's just hit that. Yeah.
You know what? But so we'll both, since we're having to load this into both vehicles, we'll both meet up with the caravan. We'll drop off all the things. Then T-Bar, you fly that tracker out to the hit site that the King Tower hit at, and I'll drop this stuff by the Raf and Shiv so that they think the Raf and Shiv got it, and maybe they'll be like, ooh, shiny big box, and they'll be distracted by wanting to get into the box while we get away, and then King Tao can take out those bastards that rape my car. My poor baby. Sorry. But yeah. All right.
All right. So yeah, you guys all start getting your stuff together and ready. You've got your plan set into motion, and as Jack, as you're about to walk over and climb into the back of the car, Ben Zayton comes up to you, and Ben Zayton holds out a sheet of paper, like something that you actually haven't really seen in quite some time. But on the sheet of paper, it has a bunch of different web addresses and stuff written down, from garden pages to emails to contact agent information. And Ben Zayton comes up and says, "Jack, here, take this," and hands the paper over to you.
All right.
He looks up at you and says, "This is my contact info. Reach out to me whenever you can. I have a friend in the media industry who needs some help. You probably heard of him before."
Oh, yeah, sure. It's been a weird day. I'll tell you what. All right, I'll see what I can do. Just, I'm not exactly Captain Reliable at the moment, so you'll have to bear with me.
I've been listening to you since I was a kid. You think you think I don't understand? You're not Captain Reliable? Come on.
That's a carefully cultivated public image. But
And
considering you're such a
nice.
fan, I'll see what I can do.
All right, thanks, Jack. And I'm gonna reach out to you. Get back to me as soon as you can. Once all this is done. Silver's my pal from back in the day. We used to edge run together. She'll let me know what's going on when all the stuff gets over the El Ducado camp. But I need you to try and reach out to me because I need help. My friend's been stuck for quite some time, and it's not a situation people outside of the media can really understand.
When he says that, can I? What's the? Yeah, I'm gonna roll a human perception on that just to get the. I level of sincerity, I suppose.
Mm.
I don't know this person, so I'm trying to gauge how serious this is. Oh,
Ooh,
hey.
critical success, a 30. Oh my god. Yeah, you're
Oh.
able to literally see from Benziton's face. Benziton's 100% sincere about this. You can see that there is not only fear but also sadness behind his words. Something's really, really, really wrong. And the fact that he's reaching out to somebody that he's literally just met, but somebody that he knows of, um, you can tell that he's trying to rely on you because of your position, because you are a rocker boy, you know other rocker boys, you know the industry. Uh, you can tell that he knows your past and he needs your past. That's why he's reaching
Okay.
out to you.
All right. Well, I'll give him a nod then and scoop the papers up, head back to the car and stick them in the carry-all with the rest of my gear and wait for the others.
And as you guys are loading up and getting everything together, Benziton just shouts out to all of you, so good luck. Make sure to have Silver contact me ASAP.
You got it.
And
Will do.
yeah, Benziton puts his arm around his wife, Rose, standing there, and is like, "All right, let's get back inside. The guns are out. The guns are out. Let's go." And the two of them go back inside. And ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're going to take our bio break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. We're going to take a break there. We're going to be picking back up on our little excursion now to try and get rid of the trackers and to try and get those guns back home. I'm going to leave our mics hot during our bio break. I'm going to keep our music quietly going underneath so that you guys can still chat. And we will be back in about 10. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit tight or use a bathroom or grab some food or some drinks if you need them. We'll see you all in 10.
All right.
I will be right back.
Be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna be stepping away a couple minutes.
And Capricious Nature, do you want to just shoot me a DM when, or like a direct message when I'll getting back? I'm gonna step out for a smoke, but want to be able to get back in time. Great, thank you.
Oh yeah, I've got a few minutes and I'll nip out in a little bit. Who have we got? Who's in the chat? Let's have a look. Boom. Forgive me if I mangle anyone's username here. I am practically a boomer when it comes to Twitch. Who have we got? Ari Kindstein1. Thanks for joining us. BK313. Apollonius NKB20215 and Vladimirovich. I appreciate you watching, every single one of you beautiful people. All right. Been rolling like rubbish for 2 games straight. Ah, hello.
Hey.
I am rejoined by Violent Neon.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoy the interaction that Domino and Jack are having. I think that it's starting out very begrudgingly, but
Yeah.
I think they're going to grow to be fast friends.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack's largely disagreeable with almost everybody that he first meets.
Yeah.
Or at least he is. At least he is these days. I suppose is the idea.
I mean, at his age, he's just lucky that senility hasn't started setting in. Or maybe it has, and it's not the alcohol.
No, he's sharper than.
Then he lets on.
Yes, he uses that to his advantage, definitely.
For sure.
Just an act.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh man.
Security goons. Just addressing Vladimirovich's question in the chat. What would I equip my security goons with? It depends on who they're working for. Always try and remember.
Who they're working for, but also, you can also look at, how strong your players are.
Yeah.
RTG did put out the official hardened mooks or something. Yeah, hardened mooks and hardened lieutenants. If your players are more, or if the characters are more advanced, and they seem to be wiping the town with your regular goons, you can always upgrade them to the hardened. That's one of the free supplements on the RTG site too.
Yeah. Those templates for mooks that are in the book, and as Vampire Bites was saying, the expanded stuff that Arteltorian has put out on their site. It's great. They're great templates, but
Right.
if you want to get a bit more creative with it, you can look at gear and cyberware and just add, subtract, substitute, whatever you like. And that's the best part of it. If you want to tweak it a little bit, take the Cyber Psycho template, for example, and jack him up even more if you want. Like Vampire Bites was saying, if you've got a team of players that are just tearing through everything, then add as much cyberware as you like. You don't have to play by the same rules that the players are playing by as a game master, and that's a good lesson for any TTRPG, not just Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
You are free to do what you like.
What I usually do is I'll take the templates and then whatever type, and figure out how I want to flavor them myself. So use the same stats, but apply it to different skills. Like if the mook comes with handguns at 6, but I want them wielding chainsaws, for example, then they're going to have a melee weapons of 6 instead of a handguns of 6.
Perfect. Yeah.
So that the skills are appropriate to their gear too. That's worked so far. And Cap's generator there at perchance.org is pretty nice. I've seen it in action before tonight. I got a preview. I haven't gotten to play with it yet, but I've seen it. So
recommend using it. Yeah, definitely. All right. On that note, I will be right back. See you in a bit.
don't mind me. I'm just making lunch at my desk because I've been out on the road all day myself. So I have not eaten yet today.
Nomad.
Yeah, more like family man, but yeah. One of my kids needed a lift from where they were having a sleepover to their mother's house. So mother was busy. Originally the plan was mom was going to pick them up. Plans changed and it became, hey, you're actually closer. Can you do it? I'm like, yeah, that's my job. I'm a dad. I'll do it. was on the road for almost 4 hours today, so I left a little bit early.
I'm back.
You have to watch out for those gunners when you guys go to drop off the trackers with the Raff and Shiv.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to chuck some points into shoulder arms, just so I'm not totally cock with assault.
Testing out the sniper rifle would be nice.
And my shoulder arms is currently sitting at a grand total of 0.
Well,
I grabbed the box with the rocket launcher, so you could at least try that out.
All of
you
my
know,
range
if you don't need that assault rifle, I mean, I have interface plugs, so I don't need my hands to drive, and I have some decent shoulder arm points.
I can swing at things with my bat if we get close enough.
Actually, before we take off,
I'll probably conserve my points and pick up an SMG at some point. I'll do it.
I'd love to play with that the smart sniper rifle.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and yeah, they're chatting about the weapons shipment. We had a question from Vladimirovich a little bit earlier talking about the goons, and I just wanted to share that really quick. I've posted the link up on our Twitch, and if you folks check that out, I'm actually going to put it up on screen really quick. So this is, as I'd mentioned before, the stroke of, and you can see here they got a little bit of luck a little bit earlier. But when it comes to the enemies, the enemy generator here is pretty comprehensive because Vlad on there was asking, what do you do about like security tech, or you guys are talking about like, oh, you can take the stat block and you can modify it. And what I've actually done on here is you're able to choose what level of enemy you want to work with. So disposable mooks are pretty basic, and you can see here we get a name, we get a description, we have the abilities, combat and non-combat number, we have HP, seriously wounded, and death saves. All of these right here are based off of the actual book. So everything that's in the book itself, that's where it's ripped out of, and it just cycles between those different stat blocks. And then the different weapons and stuff that are listed here, as well as the armor, those come from those entries as well. So there's a lot of different pieces that come straight from our book. Oh, Vlad, thanks for the bits. It's awesome. Really appreciate that. And for Apollonius for the additional +2. Thank you, folks. The other thing that I wanted to show on here is also that the disposable mooks, you have mid-level lieutenants, and I even went through and included the hardened mooks. And so when you do hardened reroll on here, you can see that their intelligence, dex, tech, their will, everything's a little bit higher. They've got a higher combat, non-combat number. HP's increased, their weapons that they have access to are better quality, as well as the higher level enemies having cyberware. And so like this one right here, we have Elias Jenkins. They have a cyber snake. They have 2 cyber arms, one with a popped up ranged weapon, which you would just take one of these, and the other one is Big Nux, and so they can use that for melee. And then once they are killed, this is all the equipment that your players or your GM would show that are on their body. So they've got MRE, they've got cash, food sticks, they've got a pocket amp, and glow paint. And so that's all built up there. This is just a huge GM tool, pretty much, to help simplify the roles and simplify all of that information for GMs who are running. And I made sure to include all of this, every single one of the generators in RTF. And so you can literally highlight this, whatever section you want, just highlight it. It's all in line, copy, and then paste it into whatever you need to paste it into. And so this is pretty much just a big tool to help folks run. And one of the cool parts about this is that if you go under My Gens up on top and go to Enemy Group Generator, you can generate all the way up to 4 different enemies at the same time of whatever level you want. So let's say we want to face off against 4 bosses, or maybe you just want to pick which one you think works the best. You just go through them and pick what you need and copy and paste where you need them. So yeah, I've been working on that for a couple of weeks. I hope it works well for the community. And yeah, just putting that out there. As long as it's not Leroy. No Leroy Jenkins up in here. No Leroy Jenkins. Now, our group here. Oh, BK, I am not Senpai. I keep having to tell BK this over and over and over again. Our Senpais are Rob,
Are you not a teacher?
Cyber Smiley, and Data Fortress. Come on.
Excuse me. Are you not a teacher?
I am a teacher, but I'm not his senpai.
Yet.
Yet? I don't know. Are you going to move to Taiwan and join an international high school? How old are you, BK? You a college? Post-college? I teach middle school. How are you 14? 13?
But if you want to get existential with it, aren't you teaching all of us by being our GM?
Okay, too existential. No philosophy. That waits until my grade 11 course. No philosophy. All right, so with this little exposition there out of the way, just wanted to show that off for our community, because this is the first place that all these generators are being put up. We have the enemy generator, the enemy group generator, building generator. There's a secondary tabbed building generator, so if you only want certain pieces about this. The building itself, this is actually based off of a design that Valstoys came up with. And what I included on here was like windows and doors, DVs and locks, and different checks that you might have to go through to get through the building. The weather, this is actually based off of GM Rob Mulligan's weather supplement that he made. And so they have blood rain, sunny haze, thunderstorms, heat waves. It's everything from that D100 sheet that he put together. And then scrap. This is actually something that can be used for his upcoming Fallout games. So I developed this with the intention that it can be used not just for Cyberpunk, but it can also be used for Dune, or it can be used for Fallout, any game where you might need or use scrap. There's goods here, and these are based on, of course, Cyberpunk, because that's what I'm using. And then there's the fortune. This is my favorite one. So there's misfortune, there's luck, there's surprise, there's horror, and you can just go through these and pick what you want it to be, or you can stick with whatever your first roll is. And like this one here, you hear a loud thump through the ceiling above you as you enter a new room. Okay, so all of these here are just little things you can use, and I hope our community can make good use out of them. And good luck to all the GMs out there. Now,
and their players.
Yeah, and their players. Yeah, some of this stuff is real tragic. Oh my god. I was going through it, and the tragedy was pretty terrifying. So there's a locked suitcase inside. Once you open it up, it immediately explodes, causing 1d6 damage to a 3 meter radius. So,
okay,
yeah, some of the stuff's pretty terrifying. But I like to roll. I like to roll hard and fast, as we already saw with Remy. He almost wrecked himself because the C6 is 8d6 damage in a 10 meter radius.
Oh, good lord!
Wrecked him, damn near killed him.
Yeah, it depending on his rolls, it was what it was all about. And Domino, you were, or not Domino. I think it was Remy. Was really lucky when it came to opening up that chest. Domino, you were the lucky one. You rolled luck. It didn't explode next to you. It simply unlocked. If it was misfortune, tragedy, or horror, it was a 3 out of 4 chance. You could have died, but you made it.
Again, Domino.
Yeah. So with all of that out of the way, I'm going to minimize the generator view. I'm going to pull us back up to our roll 20. And what's going on is our group now has the weapons shipment split into 2. Underneath T-Bar's gyrocopter, they've lashed on a couple of these different cases. Inside Domino's, they have a couple of the cases, and everybody's stacked up. You've all started driving back down the same road you came in because Jack Holmes, I believe Jack Holmes, was able to use his radio scanner and find out that the pickup team was, in fact, still en route. They were just delayed. Nobody's gotten in contact with them yet, but Mad Mags, you get a phone call. So your agent goes off. Ring, ring. And you see on the agent, it says that it's an incoming communication from Bear.
Answer. Yeah, Bear, what's up?
Hey, Mags, I just wanted to let you know I got in contact with the pickup team, and they ran into some Raph and Shiv. I'm guessing you guys hit them earlier, but there were still a bunch of folks left behind, and they had to mop up behind you. So they're still on their way. They should be there in about 20 minutes. I'm not sure if you guys have started moving yet or not, but they're still en route.
Intercept them on the way back. They'll get the shipment, and we'll take care of the trackers and the rest of the shiv if there's anything left.
Oh, all right. I'll give him a ring really quick. Let him know that you'll meet him en route, and I'll send you the coordinates for the new camp once we're done settling down. Let me know what you're going to do with your decoy. We don't want any of this falling back on Snake Nation, El Caldos. We don't want that reclaimer camp getting hit. But
first intention is to drop some of it at the hit point where the Raph and Shiv actually hit Kang Tao, and the rest of it with the Raph and Shiv themselves, including exploding present.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, let me know how that goes. Call me back when you're done. And he hangs up.
Relay the information to Domino and up to the helicopter as well.
So I'm taking this tracking device.
You're coming with us first to drop off the shipment with the survey group, and then you're taking your tracker to where the King Tower hit.
All right.
And just throw it out of your chopper, and then link back up with us, or take a windy route back to camp while we drop the rest of this off with the group, and then take out those shiv.
All right.
I'll go ahead and turn on my communications in the car and start pinging for when the caravans, so that we can start a dialogue and meet up when they're within a mile range of my car.
So it actually only takes about 5 minutes of all of you being on the road, and T-Bar, you can actually see them prior to Domino being able to ping them. Because you're at a much higher vantage point. You see the dust and the dirt getting thrown up behind their tires. And within about 10 minutes of that total, not only do you get in contact with them, but you're able to meet up with them. And this incredibly large truck, it's literally the size of a full-sized US Mack truck. And it's got a large bay in the back that's completely emptied out. It's an open top. And they pull to the side of the road, and these two really beefy guys come out, and a very large lady come out. They're from your camp, the Snake Nation. You can see that they've got the snakes tattooed on their neck, and they come on over, and they're like, hey, you can load them up on the back. Bear called and said that you already grabbed everything?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, T-Bar, is that T-Bar up in the air?
Yep.
All right, tell T-Bar to come on down. He can lower down. We can just take it straight from the bottom of the chopper and drop it off in the truck.
I'll relay that. And but that box, there's nothing actually in that one. It's full of the explosive. We even took the time to disarm these bombs for you, and we have them all loaded up, and we're going to leave a nice present for the Raf and Shiv.
Oh shit, there were explosives?
Oh, there were a lot of explosives. We almost died while waiting for you.
That's
So,
crazy.
but we got it.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. We had no idea. We thought everything was above board on all this. So sorry, we got hung up on our way here. Those some RAF and Shiv. There was a truck that was on fire, but they opened up on a machine gun on us. Like you can see some of the damage on our truck. It's pretty
You
beat
can
up.
see the damage they put on us too. So, but we wanted to make sure that the caravan was in place, which is why we left them where they were.
Yeah, they're dead now. We got them.
Good.
But yeah,
we'll go kick their corpse and leave the explosives.
yeah. Let's get this loaded up. We'll leave the explosives with you. And T-Bar, you can see from the helicopter that two of the big guys, they climb on top of that flatbed. They're kind of signaling for you to come on down. Go ahead and roll me a air pilot check. Yeah, you've got it. All right, you're able to lower the gyrocopter down. You're able to hover there right above where they're at. They're able to start unstrapping everything, and it takes about 6 minutes for them to finish unloading everything from the Domino's car, getting it down from T-Bar's vehicle, getting it strapped up. What are you guys doing in the meantime while you're waiting? Remy, Calamity, Mags, Jack, what are all of you doing?
Remy is he's opened up his pop out grenade launcher and loaded in just a standard grenade.
Just going to be vigilant.
Domino's assessing his car.
What's up, Domino?
Oh, assessing, seeing, like taking stock and inventory of what all he's going to need to get his car fixed.
Okay. Calamity, what you doing up in the helicopter with T-Bar? Oh, you're muted.
You're still hovering, so I'm scanning the horizon with my sniper rifle.
Okay. And Jack, what are you doing?
I'm hanging out the back of Domino's car. Probably taunting the pickup team a little bit. So, Bear didn't always used to run amateur hour operation. What time do you call this?
Go ahead and roll me intimidation. Let's see if you're able to shit talk them.
Not really one of my strong spots, but okay.
Do we just use interrogation for intimidation?
Oh,
Well, interrogation is when you're trying to extract information.
Yeah. There's not an intimidation.
Oh, there's no intimidation. Oh my god, you're right. Goodness.
The thing that comes close is a face down cool.
Then I'm not going to worry about the face down cool. Go ahead and roll me a conversation. Let's see if that works.
Oh, that'll be a little bit more in my favor. Yeah.
All right, yeah, you're able to shit talk the lady who's kind of pulling the stuff out of Domino's car, because it's the two guys that are on the back of the truck with the helicopter, and she looks over you. She's like, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over all the drugs that I didn't take. What was that?
Very funny, love.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You gonna help out?
Well, I'm more of a...
then do me a favor and shut your
man.
face. And she just grabs the next crate, this huge, probably 300 pound crate. She picks up solo and starts walking away with it, just giving you a stink eye.
Well done.
Domino walks over to Mad Mags and says, "That was great. Here, you want some jerky and enjoy the show?"
Yeah, where's the popcorn? Where's the popcorn? That actually reminds me. I don't know. I think my girlfriend's probably still listening. If she's not, I'll give her a reminder later. I still need to go pick up some Snyders for the wonderful Snyder family. I've got to go pick some up, so we'll get some
Excellent.
branded content on here soon. But yeah, so they're packed up. Jack Holmes tries shit talking, gets shit talked back. Calamity's getting herself ready, keeping her eyes peeled. So Calamity and Mags, because you were also trying to keep your eyes out on the horizon. Can I get both of you rolling me a perception check? All right. Raven's not really able to see it too well because there's, sorry, not Raven. Goodness gracious. Calamity's not able to see it too well because there's dirt and crap getting kicked up by the gyrocopter. It's kind of obscuring the vision, but Mag seems to be a little bit keener with her senses, and she can see what looks to be a couple of dots on the horizon, above the horizon, that are very slowly becoming larger.
We need to move faster. We got incoming.
Yep, my girlfriend's
All right,
down here.
Muscles.
Snyder's, yep.
All right, Muscles, you heard him. Pick up the pace.
She just looks back at you, just and starts walking faster. Gets that loaded up on the back of the truck, and they strap everything down. They're like, "All right," and they tap the foot stand of the gyrocopter. Like, "Go ahead, lift off, lift off."
Don't take a direct route back to camp.
Nope. Well, we still have to drop off the trackers anyways, so we're doing that first.
Yeah, no, I'm telling the driver of the semi.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if they're far enough away that I saw them, they may have seen us. They may still go after the truck, even though we've got the trackers.
Ooh.
So the driver, so the driver was actually the lady, Sage, and Sage looks over you. He's like, "All right, thanks for the heads up. Yeah, we're actually going to be heading back to the Aldecaldos first. They get first dibs on this because this is their catch. But yeah, we'll take an indirect route back. Thanks for the heads up." And they climb into their big rig, and they start that truck back up. You can hear what sounds like a modified V12 engine inside of this truck, just as it gets ready and starts hauling out. And T-Bar, you've been given the clearance to lift off, so I'm guessing you start heading up. And Domino, you were already pulled off to the side, so you don't have to worry about moving. And they start going off straight down the road, continue going into the wasteland. And Mad Mags, you're able to see that these dots, they're still slowly growing larger. They are nowhere nearby. They are still incredibly far away, but they seem to be heading towards your location. So what are you all going to do?
Keep an eye on them as we roll out and head towards where we met with Raffin.
Yep.
And I guess I'm heading towards the crash site with the tracker.
Contact site.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So T-Bar, you actually did not get the information from Ben Zayton. You did not ask. What's up, Mad Max?
No, yeah, we don't know.
I assumed that they knew it, so I didn't.
Yeah, we don't know where the crash site is. I guess we all go back too.
So I guess
Right?
I'll fly a little bit away and just check it out the window.
I would know where the contact site was.
Try that
I
again,
didn't want to
Calamity?
miss out on the raft and shiv anyway, so I just tuck it out the window.
Check it out the window. Okay. All right. So yeah. So what direction are you guys gonna go? Are you gonna go back towards where you contacted the Raff and Shiv? Are you gonna go back to the Reclaimers? Where are you gonna go?
Towards the Raff and Shiv. Is that heading closer to where this shipment, where the dust cloud's coming from, or diagonal to it?
The dots that can be seen up on the horizon are coming over from the city, and this road kind of runs parallel to the city. Give me 1 second. I can actually zoom in a little bit on our map. Boop, 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 boop. 250. Goodness. Pull on over. So you all are right out here. You guys had headed kind of north up towards Fresno, and you can see that these are coming in a similar direction. Hold on 1 second. Let's see.
We're flying right at them, or we're driving right at them.
Yeah, so you'd be going almost in the same direction that they're coming towards you.
So if we went to the Raff and Shiv, we'd be driving to them.
Yeah, you'd be driving towards, yeah.
All right. Well, we don't want to drive to the Reclaimers, and we don't want to drive to camp. Let's go to the left.
So east, you want to head east?
Yes.
All right. So you'd be going off-road. Does your vehicle have off-road modifications?
No.
All right. So what's going to be happening is that T-Bar, I mean, you're flying. You got no issue going off-road. You're never on-road. And so you can go out into this area. But Domino's vehicle, what happens for driving off-road, and this is actually going to be added into the next update on our supplement. I'm going to be putting that out next week. When you are driving off-road, what happens is that it actually requires a higher driving check. It also causes damage to the vehicle because the vehicle is not designed to be off-road.
I'll stay on the road and head closer to them so that we're dropping off by the Raff and Shiv.
Okay, so you want to stick on the road?
Or you know what? Let's leave the trackers here and just drive away. Maybe they'll stop and be satisfied with getting it. They won't be able to track us. They may see us, but that way we're at least further away from them and dragging it out longer, and we'll take a roundabout way to get back. Because we're not getting closer to give it to the Raff and Shiv, and maybe the Raff and Shiv will come and get it.
All right. Yeah, so you want to continue heading southbound then, not east. You want to go southbound back towards Night City?
Correct.
Drop this
Well,
stuff
we
off?
want to let's drop it off right here.
Okay.
And then take a windy way back to camp and ensure that we're not being followed.
Okay.
Well, we don't even know where camp is right now, do we?
No, you've not been contacted.
But we can take a windy way and not go back towards the Reclaimers, but also not go towards the dots that are coming towards us.
Can I tell from the sky if these are land vehicles or aerial vehicles?
They are aerial vehicles.
So that's probably not Raff and Shiv. That's probably the
King
Tao.
Tao.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's head up the coast.
Let's see, can I get this working here? Roll 20's not liking me right now. There we go. Okay, so the Reclaimer camp was right about here on our map. I'm not sure. There we go. So it's right over here on the map. The aerial vehicles are coming in from Night City from the south, and you all are right about here. You're just south of that Reclaimer camp. Remember, you were only driving for about 5 minutes outside of that camp.
Okay. Let's drop these here and go.
Drop them here. Head up towards Fresno to the next intersection, big intersection. There.
From the sky, can I see if there's any buildings or anywhere where we might be able to hide, stash the vehicles and be hidden from the sky?
Go ahead and roll me perception check. Oh, and I see we have a couple of +2s in here. Okay, so 14 plus 2, that'll be a 16. Thank you, Rook. That one is from you, sir. So you're able to see that there's no tall buildings. Where you are out in the Badlands, there's pretty much desolation out here. It's empty outside of that Reclaimers camp, which you can see from where you're at because you're flying a little bit higher up in altitude. And you are able to see Night City itself just kind of looming on the horizon south of where you're at. But there doesn't seem to be any big buildings between you and the city or you and north towards Fresno, which is a much smaller city? So what are you going to do?
Again, I like what Mags was saying. We're going to drop the car. We're going to drop the container here with the explosive. They're armed, so that if they try getting to them, it'll explode on them. And we're going to head north to Fresno, or to the intersection just below Fresno, and then maybe go a different way on one of those other roads. But that way, we're not in the Reclaimers camp. We're heading away from, and they'll continue focusing on this crate. And what I'll do to draw their attention here while we're driving away is I'm going to drop once we get it all unloaded, I'm going to pop a road flare and drop it to draw their attention here while we get away.
So you're going to drop the explosives and a road flare at this location and then drive north.
Yes.
All right. All right. So if that's what you guys want to do, that's what you do.
The tracker that you've got too. Just drop it here.
Yep. T-Bar, hey, throw us the tracker that you have.
All right. I
Drop it out the window. Catch.
just
All right. So you drop it out the window of the gyrocopter?
yeah.
All right. Who's trying to catch this thing?
Why?
Or are you just going to let it hit the floor?
Yeah.
All right.
Domino
you just
will
let
try
it
to
hit the
catch it.
ground? Domino, you
Domino
want to
will
try and
try
catch it? All right. Go ahead and roll me an
Athletics.
athletics check. Yeah. Let's see. Do you catch it? You are unable to catch it. It comes down, it kind of whacks off the top of your hand and then hits the ground, and you see this this black box just kind of smash into the ground and dent itself, and you hear what sounds like something setting something a small explosion on the inside. The battery pack, it seems, has probably ruptured on the inside. It goes and you see that light completely go out as it smashes.
Oh, well. At least they'll only have the one. We weren't going to take it with us anyways. Is that crate unloaded yet? Let's go.
Yep. So you guys unload the crates. The crate with the documents and stuff. And Mad Mags, you said the only one that you took out of there was the one that had the gauze on it. Okay. So yeah, all of you are in your vehicles and you start heading north. And as you're heading north, what's going on is that you're able to see in the distance that these dots are slowly growing larger and larger as they are heading in from the city. But all of you are heading up past that settlement, up towards the intersection near Fresno. Now, this is about a half-hour drive. You've got about 50 kilometers to go up until you get that far north. And what's going on is that those dots do seem to stop. And they seem to stop where that shipment had been dropped down. Now, Remy, go ahead and what is your luck score?
My luck is 4.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a 1d10, please. No modifiers, just a flat 1d10. A 1. All right. So, you all can see these vehicles head down. They touch down the horizon, and then only about maybe 15, 20, 30 seconds pass, and you can see a bright flash of light from where they had all landed as the weapons shipment goes off. About 45 seconds passes, and then you hear that sound of this concussive boom from the C6 going off. Now, for those of you who are aware from like the Cyberpunk 2020 lore or anything along those lines, C6 is about twice as strong as C4. And what they had uncovered was literally a brick of C6. And so this is literally a pretty large blast radius. and has most likely taken out those vehicles. Now, you all continue heading north, and as you keep your eyes panned south, trying to keep an eye on this landing site, you do not see any of those vehicles come back up from the horizon. You don't see anything taking back off.
Once we
will-
get to the intersection,
Mhm.
I will call Bear and let him know pretty much everything that just happened. That we met with the crew, we transferred the shipment. We did notice that Mags was and her excellent vision saw some incoming, more than likely AVs, and we decided instead of dropping the tracking crate with the Shiv, because we would have had to go closer to those AVs, we just left them where they were. We threw a road flare to drive in more of the attention, and we headed north towards Fresno. And in our rear view, after about half an hour, we saw them all light up like Christmas as those C4 that or C6 that we left them kind of went up. And that was about 20 minutes ago, and we haven't seen any sign that they've gotten back up. So we may have just blown up 3 AVs from Kang Tao. But we're not being tracked, so can we get the coordinates to come home?
Mad Mags, what's up? 2? Peace?
There was only 2.
Yeah,
Dots, right?
yeah, those 2.
Oh,
But so what Bears just wow, all right. That's excellent news. Yeah, once you get up to the intersection from Night City to Fresno, start heading south, and I'll send you the coordinates from there, and you can it's a little bit off road, but you should all be fine. We've already started building in a little bit of a income route.
I want to radio down to them. Hey, you think of that crash site with those AVs? That was probably like a strike team. Maybe there's something worth reclaiming ourselves. I mean, something might have survived that.
Thing, actually.
you know what?
I think we should go back and check our handiwork.
I'm on board with this. I mean, because hey, maybe. I mean, after all, this is the Badlands. We have to salvage what we can. So if there's stuff to salvage, why not?
Wait, you want to run towards the corporation?
Well, we just blew them up, and it'll take them a while to get people back out here.
Well, keep in mind that they'll know that they lost comms with this team.
But again, think how long it took. Go ahead.
I mean, look at how much farther we've come from where we were. This is a decision we probably should have made earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, that crash site is closer to Night City than it is to us. They're going to be able to get new forces out there before we can get back.
I have to agree with Megs on this one. I am not too keen on running back towards some potential corpos we just took out.
But think about how long it took them to get out to track the shipment in the first place. I mean, they got hit, and then it took them, what, forever to get out there? So, I mean, sure, it might be a little bit quicker, but I'm still willing to bet that, I mean, we could drive towards it, and if we see things off in the distance again, we say, you know what, never mind, and turn and head back.
I said earlier, I ain't afraid of no Kang Tao. I say we go back out there.
I don't know, types like these, they ain't afraid to play the long game. They got the time, they got the money.
Raf and Shiv is one thing, Kang Tao something else entirely.
And you know what? That explosion was bright enough that it probably drew the attention of the Kang Tao as well, or of the Raf and Shiv as well.
What y'all gonna do?
Cut bait. Head
Listen.
home.
I'm hearing more cut bait and head home than I'm hearing go out for it. So
I mean, why not have at least a look? I mean, just a little peek. We'll find out what's out there.
Because you might die.
So,
well,
How's that
tell you
for
what,
Jules' question.
you have a cop. You go a hell of a lot faster than I do. You could always fly out, take a check, and then link back up with us. Maybe you and Calamity can grab what you can, get into the copter, and then get out of there. Or if you see it looking shady, head out.
I'll turn over to Calamity and say, like, well, you want to take a look? I mean, we don't got to go out.
You know I'm crazy, so.
And actually,
We could take
oh, sorry, really quick piece of information for all of you, especially for T-Bar and Domino. The gyrocopter actually moves at roughly the same speed as the ground car. Remember,
Yeah.
gyrocopters are small. They're not a big full-size helicopter.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, just a piece of information. So what are you guys going to do? Sorry. I interrupted you, Calamity. Please continue.
I'm a voiceover to T-Bar. You know I'm crazy. So, if that's what you want to do, I'm game. Prepared to break and run the minute we see contact.
I mean, nobody ever got hurt just looking at something. I mean,
Plus, they don't know that we took it. We could just be people that are going out to it. We saw this explosion. We were curious. I say we do it. We have both drivers saying let's go, so let's go.
I don't think they're gonna be picky. I think they're gonna be KOS.
yeah, I don't know that they're going to care too much about.
Well, I'm not saying that we wait for them, but I say we should head back and see what we see. And if it's looking too dangerous, then we turn tail.
You got to tell me twice, and I'll start steering that way.
Lock and load.
All right.
Fuck's
So
sake.
I think we're heading. I
all
think
right,
we're going back.
so, T-Bar and Domino, you're both driving back south.
Yep.
All
But
right.
if T-Bar and Calamity, please keep an overwatch and let us know if you see anything that lets us know that we better bounce.
All right, so how high, T-Bar? How high do you want to be flying?
High enough to get a good view of below. So, I guess of what I would think is a good view.
Seeing as we actually have a legitimate helicopter pilot here, how high would be a good idea?
That was a backseater, so probably around 300 to 400 feet.
Okay.
I think that's what I was around earlier, the first flight. So
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I think you said you about 200 feet, and then you lowered down when you were doing that barrel roll.
Yeah.
All right. So cool. All right. You all start head back down.
Message Bear.
What's up?
I send Bear a message. I'm like, you know what? We're nomads. We're going to try to get more salvage. I'll let you know what happens. Or if you don't hear from me, then sorry. And I just send him that message.
Okay.
I don't call because I don't want him to talk me out of it.
All right. Now I need everybody right now. Can you all, for me, really quick on roll 20, please roll me a 1d10.
Oops.
You're fine. So 4, 6, 1, 5, 6. All right. All right.
Did I
So
roll another one?
yes.
Used all your luck roll on those boxes.
Thank goodness.
Mad Mags and Violent Neon. Mags, what is her luck? I can't hear you. You're muted.
4.
Okay, Domino. What is Domino's luck?
Is, I believe, the same. Correct. Same.
All right. So both of you are at 4. I need both of you. Please roll me another 1d10.
Ooh. That could be really bad, but I hope that's really good.
Yeah, so you all are heading back south, and after about 10 minutes, you see the smoke You can see it billowing out of something, and T-Bar and Calamity, both of you are high enough in the sky to get a decent vantage point, so I'd like both of you to roll me a perception check. 11 and a 16. So T-Bar, you're kind of focusing a little bit more on flying and piloting. You're not totally concerned with what exactly is going on the ground. Calamity's able to see it a little bit better though from the passenger side view, undistracted. And Calamity, what you see on the ground is what you have known in the past. It looks like something very familiar to you. What's down there on the ground is something that is known. Hold on 1 second. Let me find the right page again. I've lost my page on here. One moment. There we go. So what you see on the ground down there is what's known as the Falcon. And so there is a Falcon that is literally missing one of its engines. And this Falcon is billowing out smoke, and it is a dual-engine Osprey. Okay, so it's sitting there on the ground, completely on fire, and there is a wreckage right next to it that is indistinguishable. You're not exactly sure what it was or what it was supposed to be, but one of them that is left over is an Osprey helicopter. You are able to see, though, that there is also, let's see, so we had Violent Neon 10. What was your luck again?
4.
There are several people moving around in that area, though, that you can see from your vantage point. You're not sure who they are, how many there are, but there are several people that are moving around. What do you do? Who do you let know about this? Because Calamity, you're the only one seeing this from that vantage point.
I lean over and tell T-Bar we have like several tangos on the ground, wrecked out it's an aircraft and one that's partially damaged.
You see anything valuable down there?
Wasn't really paying attention to anything valuable. I was paying more attention to the tangos on the ground.
I guess I'll radio that back towards them that some of them are still alive, that if we want to get a better look, we might have to deal with a few people.
I think it's more trouble than it's worth.
I radio back. Are there more of them than there are of us?
I look over.
Seem to have like one more, so ratio would be roughly 1 to 1.
1. But we have aerial support, and you got a sniper rifle. I relay this back to the crew in the car. I'm like, hey, there's tangos on the ground. There's about as many of them as there are of us, but we have air superiority. And there's a partial wreckage of a helicopter there that, I mean, that'd be pretty swank if we could get at least pieces of it. We could either soup up the gyrocopter or maybe message Bear and have a crew. Well, that may take too long to get a crew out here to get away with it. But
Fix that.
do what?
So there's only one engine down, man. Remy could fix that.
That's true. And maybe if we could get that up and running, we could fly that out there, fly it out of there.
What else you got on board this motor?
Do what?
What else you got on board the motor, this car?
I still have the pistol from the shipment. I forgot to put it back in the crate that I ran off with.
And they don't
No,
have
You forgot?
know for sure what's in there.
Bear always used to jazz up his car with stuff. You didn't say no.
I have containers that things like there's a lot of places that things could be, but I don't have stuff to put in them yet.
All right.
And I have the radio communicator and the extra seating that you're in.
Your radio.
Yeah.
It's got a scrambler on it.
GM?
The
Above
comms
gaming.
system in a video or in your car.
Yes.
Above
So
game, I think it does, doesn't it?
I believe that radio scramblers only operate. What's the distance on those? Hold on 1 second. My brain is pooping on it because I've never had anybody use that before.
The scrambler descrambler is it's a two-way communication.
Right, yes,
Add-on
you're right. Yeah,
to
it's for
regular
encrypting.
video.
Yeah. So a scrambler descrambler,
Not
yeah, you're right. The scrambler descrambler is used for your own point-to-point communication. It is not a jammer or a scrambler. Now, the reason that my brain just thought that it was actually because Vampire Bites is pointing out something that's pretty important, is that there is no such thing as a radio jammer in Cyberpunk Red. The cool part is that that is one of our homemade weapons that is going to be released in the Cyberpunk Red Vehicles of Red supplement with the newest update next week. So that is a possibility for you in the future for a communications jammer. It's a portable one
Awesome.
too.
Sweet.
So yeah, you are unable to jam. You can scramble your own communications, but not theirs.
Again, we have a car, they don't. We have a helicopter, they don't. I say we go in there and take them out.
We need
We
to
also-
get them fast before they can send a message back.
Yep.
Keep us out about 800 meters.
They're gonna have
Distance.
superior firepower.
Do they have any like barricades set up, or are they in an area where I could maybe just drive in and run them over?
So what Calamity had seen is that this helicopter it's an Osprey, so they're very large. You're on a 2-lane freeway, so the road itself is pretty much blocked.
Oh, okay. So, hey, why don't we get out? What we could do is we could get out here and maybe set up an ambush, lure them out.
It's an elegant solution. I also got Old Reliable, and Remy sort of half cocks his pop-up launcher. So we could we could clear them out need be, assuming they don't have any sort of backup resistance that we aren't privy to.
I'd say let's do it.
All right, now with all of this said, you're all still slowly crawling your way, or not slowly. You guys are making your way over towards the vehicle. What I would like T-Bar to do right now is please roll me a 1d10 and let me know what your luck is.
Luck is 6.
Okay, so roll me 1d10. All right. So as you are all discussing this on the radio communications, T-Bar and Calamity, you guys can notice what looks like a series of flashes coming up from over by the Osprey. As very shortly thereafter, you hear a thunk, 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 thunk as a Gatling gun opens up on your gyrocopter. Roll me a piloting check, please.
All right, and I'm gonna throw 2 luck into the check.
Okay.
So that's
All right.
22.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me grab my wonderful little dice here. All right. So this Gatling weapon is going full automatic at you. You are able to avoid all of the incoming fire, but you see this fully automatic Gatling gun opening up at you, which is roughly 100 rounds coming straight up at your gyrocopter. And you are narrowly avoiding getting hit.
Time to head back before they decide to follow us.
Hold on one moment. T-Bar and Domino, please roll me your reflexes. It is now initiative for the two of you.
Ooh.
committed.
All right, so T-Bar, what are you going to do? You've seen this incoming Gatling gun fire. It has nearly hit you. What are you going to do as you are piloting?
Roughly how far am I from them?
You are about 700-800 meters. You're under a kilometer away.
Oh, I didn't realize we were so far. Yeah, I wanna kind of fly away out of range if I can.
Okay. So you stop and turn back around, or you kind of like pull to the side and try to turn around. T-Bar?
I'll pull to the side and turn around.
Okay. All right. Domino, what are you doing?
I saw a whole bunch of flashes and tinks on the copter, and I see it turning. I'm turning too,
All right.
and I'm going to do a. I'm going to be elaborate. I'm gonna like do a swerve turn and try to do a 180 and start heading the other direction.
All right. And I believe your base driving check is what, like a 14 now or something?
No, it's more than that. I think
More.
Yeah, with moto.
it's like a
kind of,
16.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't even need to roll for that one then. Actually, wait, no,
No,
you do in case of critical
sorry.
failure.
Yeah,
So roll
sorry.
me a pilot, sorry, not pilot, driving check, and T-Bar roll me a piloting check. Violet Neon, you're able to kind of e-brake and Tokyo drift your way back around and start driving away. Oh, 19.
That's still a 16.
Yeah, it's still 16. Let me see what banking is for air vehicles. Because that is a higher driving check, or piloting check, than driving is. So we're in the vehicles of red, ladies and gentlemen, and in vehicles of red, we have all of these set up for DVs. So let me get up to our DV table for piloting. All right, so we've got, this is on page number 6, recommended air DVs. So we've got a sharp turn or roll, so that's a 13. Yeah, you didn't do anything super advanced. You were able to do it. So you're able to roll the gyrocopter towards one side and start turning back around. Domino was able to successfully e-brake and Tokyo drift back around, and the Gatling gun is going to open up fire again at T-Bar. You are still within range. All right. That's going to be 2. All right, so there's a successful 2 shots out of that 100 rounds that they opened up on you. 2 of them have successfully slammed into the side of your gyrocopter. So we're going to be pulling that up really quick. Let's see, so fully automatic. This is on page number 33. Okay, let me get that in. All right, so the first round hits and causes 7 damage. And the second one hits and causes 3 damage. So a total of 10 damage to your SDP, or structural damage points.
All right, so with the shot last week, I was at 27, so that would put me at 17.
Okay, you're still functional, so you're all good. But you hear both of those rounds kind of slam into your gyrocopter, and by the next round, if you all continue going, you should be out of range. They shouldn't be able to hit you at that point. So, do you continue going, or are you going to stop? What are you guys doing? T-Bar, you're up first, so.
I'm gonna radio down. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna leave this, or go in on foot? But I can't bring the chopper in there.
I think, well, what's shooting at you in the chopper is probably going to be able to shoot at us going in on foot too. So I think we're probably going to be safer to bounce. We tried to check, we saw it. At this point, it's not worth it.
We came, we saw, we went.
We came, we saw, we got shot, and we left.
Limp away with our lives.
All right, so you're going to keep going?
I'm out of here.
All right. So Domino says keep going. So T-Bar, you're first in our initiative order. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep going? Or are you going to turn back around?
Just gonna annoyedly keep going.
Okay. All right. So yeah, after by the time the next round's gone through, you are out of that range. They had only just been able to catch you in there. Domino, you were never in the range of the Gatling gun that was firing, so you do not experience any rounds hitting on you. But those of you that are still looking back towards that area, you can see another set of rounds actually goes horizon-wise, but it goes in another direction. So you hear the as the Gatling gun fires away at something else at a different target that is not the two of you.
I bet you the Raph and Shiv seen.
Market of opportunity.
Oh man, we can't let them get that chopper. We got to go back.
You're right.
Yeah.
How about you land, and then we'll do the on foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're not letting Laraf and Shiv get hell no.
Yeah, hopefully it'll cause enough of a distraction. We get in there on foot, be a little sneaky. They won't even see us coming.
Yeah. Let's do this.
All right, Rambo, take us back.
Yeah, no, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for T-Bar and Calamity, and then we're gonna go in.
All right. Yeah. Well, they've turned around. They're catching back up, and they're able to come down and land. T-Bar, go ahead and roll me a pilot check one more time, please, and let me know what it is because I'm not looking at roll 20 right now.
27.
Oh, you're fine. I was trying to look up the DVs. Yeah, you're good. As long as it's not a 1, you're okay. But yeah, so definite 27. You're able to land down by...
Yeah, BCT'd, so I think everything on that chart I could pass without, as long as I don't roll a 1.
Exactly. And so that's pretty much all I'm checking for is, does he roll a
The
1?
worst you can roll is a 5.
The worst you can roll is a 5? Oh, 18. Well, no, 18 minus 10.
Yeah. So
8.
So 9.
9, yeah.
Because if you roll a 1, you still get the 1. Yeah, the worst you can roll is a 9.
Okay. Well, the problem is that a 9 is still beneath the required DB to land a chopper, so that would be horrifying. But yeah, he's able to land it with a 27 very gracefully. Just boop, boop. He could touch a lily if he wanted to, but he lands down the chopper right next to Domino's car.
All right. So that wreck is on the road, and was the Gatling on the other side of the wreck and is shooting the? So if we were to drive closer, they wouldn't be able to necessarily hit us with the Gatling or see us. So I could drive us in a little bit closer. I have an extra seat in the trunk that either Calamity or T-Bar could get in, and then someone could climb on the top of the car and hold on.
Well, so
Where's it mounted?
You have a total seating of what?
6,
Including driver.
including driver.
There's 6 of us.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm bad at math.
Oh yeah, and you guys never took the case.
Yeah,
you unloaded
we don't
everything.
have a case.
Yeah, you unloaded everything. Yeah, you'd be able to get everybody in your car.
Then let's pile in and drive a little bit closer while they're distracted, and then we can get out and stealth attack. But that way, we're not having to trudge 800 kilometers.
800
Gatling mounted
meters.
Meters, yeah.
Yeah. 800
Where's the
kilometers
Gatling
would be like over in Nevada or something.
It's only slightly different.
Yeah,
You Calamity, you saw the Gatling. Was it on our side or the other side?
That's what I'm trying to find out, whether it's mounted on in a gunner window or in the drop bay. Usually their heavy hitter crew serve like a 50 is mounted at the drop bay.
I stand corrected. That would have been
Arizona.
in Arizona. Yeah. But yeah, you're not sure where the fire was coming from. You didn't see where it was coming from. You saw that there were incoming rounds, but you don't know where from.
Is there a check where I guess flying helicopters that my character might know where a Gatling gun would have most likely been located on the vehicle?
Actually, that's a very good question. Go ahead and roll me vehicle tech check. Air vehicle tech. You have no idea where the Gatling gun would have been mounted because you have never flown in an Osprey. You are a jets man, not a helicopter guy.
I think they just taped the gun right to the top of it.
Isn't
Where
it
the flux
connected to where the
capacitor-
blades should be and just shoots everywhere? 360 degree firepower. Come on.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Oh God. Remy, now you know the next technology roll you need to make. Mount a Gatling gun to a helicopter blade and spin it around. Let's see how well that works.
360-degree access that way.
You have to weight it evenly, so you have to have a gun on each blade,
2 Gatling.
That sounds
Oh,
awesome.
absolutely.
That sounds awesome.
doesn't it?
It's only going to take me like a year in game.
92 rolls. Just to
So-
get it right.
My goal will be to drive to about 200 meters away and then park so that we can get out and trek the rest of the way to Salt. And if bullets start coming before then we'll get out. But
All right. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Oh, come on, just give me my
Sure.
DVs. There we go.
They're pulling up. Is there any high ground?
Well, remember the camp itself was on a bit of a plateau, so everything's just kind of sloping up towards that.
Okay.
So you are actually on the low ground, technically. I'm sorry, Obi-Wan, you don't have the
Disadvantage.
high ground.
Tactical disadvantage then.
Yes. So yeah, you continue driving. This, ladies and gentlemen, is actually where I'm going to have to end our session because depending on what the outcome for the next couple of rolls is, this could take us another 2 hours. And I promised everybody in our group that I would end on time today. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are going to cut our session. So you are all heading in Domino's car back towards this downed Osprey that has this heavy Gatling gun that was firing at not only all of you, but somebody or something else. And you don't know what it was. Okay, so just as Cyberpunk Uncensored just mentioned to us, it has been a great game. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. I appreciate all of you for being here, playing with me, and all of our listeners and viewers. Thank you for sticking around with us. I have done my best to keep this under 4 hours. We are at only 3 this time, so I did it. What I would like all of us to do right now, we're going to start off with Jack Holmes. Go ahead and let our audience know where they can find you, and I will be posting up our links in the Discord chat.
Yeah, you can find me on the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord and other places on Discord. Captain Mark 87, that's me. Twitch as well, Captain Mark 7. Probably going to be streaming, playing Shadow of War at the moment, so I might stream that. I am undecided on that. That'll be about it, I think. Yeah. Thank you for coming, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you. Chuggy?
Yeah, can find me also on the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord and on Twitch here at Chuggy305. Wow, I forgot how to talk.
No worries. All good. Thank you. Raven?
Yes, my name's Raven. I've been your solo tonight. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, Instagram at Doña Trece Cuervo.
All right, thank you. Johnny Drop.
Yeah, you can find me again on the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord at Johnny Drop or just anywhere in Discord. And I do have a Twitch that I do not use. So I'm not even going to bother plugging it. But if you want to check out some of my old music, you can find me at Arxon Official on SoundCloud. And that's about it.
Awesome. Vampire Bites.
Yep, I'm Vampire Bites. You can find me running a Cyberpunk Red game tomorrow on my own channel, Vampire Bites, here on Twitch. It's the send-off for Capricious Nature, who's been our guest this month.
But only for one session. Sad.
Well, it's been rough, yes.
No worries.
And you can find me on RTAL Discord and the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord on Vampire Bites.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And thank you again for having me on there. I can't wait until we can get back into action again. I've been impatiently
it's going to be fun. I've picked up a few things from this game. So, because you guys are going to be taking a Nomad's road trip.
Woo! And last but not least, we've got our Violent Neon.
Hello, this is Violent Neon, and you can find me on the Discords under Violent Neon. And yeah.
Awesome, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, I am Capricious Nature, or now with Cyberpunk Uncensored, GM Capricious Nature. I've been the Game Master. For our session here, this is our second session of Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. I'm going to be dropping down a set of links, and I'm going to let our audience know about this. So number one is the provider for our music is coming from Outworld Sounds, specifically by Helix Code, which is run by Max and Kate, an awesome couple. They gave us our intro music. They gave us our hold music for our waiting period. They are absolutely fantastic. They are providing all of this for us, and I really appreciate it from them. So thank you, both of you. Second one on here is the maps. The maps that I will usually be using, except for our worldview here. I'm making this myself. Most of our maps are going to be provided directly by Red Dragon, also known as Valstoys. And on here, I've listed up the Cyberpunk Uncensored website, which has all of our supplements on it. So if you want to get your hands on Vehicles of Red, if you want to take a look at the player character sheets, if you want to take a look at net architecture, it's totally up to you. We have just about everything on there at cyberpunkuncensored.com. And the last one of these links on here is my link tree. And the link tree are all the different places you can go find me. There's a bunch of little places. And the most important one of those is what I had mentioned to all of you before earlier was the new perchance generators. And I'm going to link that one last time. You can find the enemy generator, group generator, building generator, and even a gig generator, all for free on there. And it is open source, so you can take a look at how I programmed it as well. It is a random generator used mostly for GMs, and it can be used on Cyberpunk. It can be used on Fallout 2D20 or any of the other systems like Shadowrun. So feel free to check those out. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been Cyberpunk Goes Nomad, session number 2. We will see all of you next week for session number 3. And I will be posting up any other information about our awesome map, because I'd love to stream and work with the community on that. Okay? So everybody, great game. Thank you very much. Audience, thank you for joining us. See you all in a week. Bye.
Take care.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Juice.
Cyberpunk Uncensored.